Alright then. That's it.
The Highway.
Highway podcast.
Highway podcast.
So we should really go around, introduce ourselves, innit?
Go on.
ED.
Bav. K.
You got Derek.
My name's Eddie still. So, alright. So basically the premise of the podcast, Highway, innit? So the whole idea. Actually, creative director Kareem.
Alright, basically what it is a series of conversations. It's kind of controversial. All of us here have different opinions. And the person who opens the topic has the trouble of trying to bring everyone into his own mindset.
Man.
And then it's either you take his way or the highway.
Exactly.
Hey, that's where we got it from. Creative director K out here.
Nah, and you as well.
So yeah, okay. Let's get into it then. Episode 1. So what we thought, everyone's got different opinions on this topic. And the idea, so the topic is, can you separate the artist from the music? So recently there's been a bit of dumbness. You seen
Recently?
Over time. More dumbness has
recently.
come to life. Not to life.
Give us some examples.
So, of artists and their dumbness, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's loads, man.
There's
actually too many.
There's actually too many.
R. Kelly.
It varies in different ways.
Exactly. So that's where the
So
conversation.
obviously R. Kelly's the most recent one.
R. Kelly is top tier of tomfoolery, cause like he,
It's calling abuse tomfoolery.
yeah, like he's obviously I don't know. I've actually heard from some people who still ride out for my man.
No.
Say he's got
Nah,
bangers.
there are, yeah.
Cause even on
It's-
Twitter, there was like videos going around. People are still going to his concerts.
Yeah. Still selling out. He's trying to bring the album out.
Yeah,
But he got dropped recently still.
Yeah, no label.
You got
want to
dropped?
release his
Yeah,
album.
he
Drop.
got
Who's his
dropped.
label?
So
He was with
Sony,
Sony.
yeah.
Oh, for
apparently,
real?
apparently they dropped him last year, like quietly.
Yeah,
Oh,
but they made it
yeah.
public. They make it public now.
Yeah, now.
Had to be known, innit?
They
I
have
know
to,
that
you
Riley
have to
did.
distance yourself. You have to.
Yeah,
But,
it's mad. The whole situation is mad.
Exactly. So obviously you got R. Kelly, and then obviously you got Chris Brown.
wait. It's kind of mad going from R. Kelly to Chris Brown though.
Okay, but he said give some. I'm just giving the range.
Go.
Can't even jump for it. You gotta go to like Soda 4-5
Okay.
or something.
Oh yeah, true.
You
Yeah.
got
You
to
gotta
Solo.
go there.
True say he didn't really have much worth listening to.
He didn't, but
But the amount,
He did,
the
man.
charges against him.
yes.
Are so
How many is that? 22 counts.
22. Yeah.
2 counts.
It's a bit quiet though, isn't it?
I don't even. There's this stories out there like on what the victims have been saying. Like I've heard some mad things about him saying they should put their hand in a blender.
Yeah,
So,
I heard
yeah,
that
like
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, there's not a lot of people coming out condemning him.
Well, do you reckon BBK should come out?
To be honest, they've distanced themselves. Like I remember when it
Yeah.
first came out on Twitter, I think Jamie must have said something like, I'm distancing myself from it. No one's really
Yeah, but condemn
come
it.
out and condemned it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen. You never know. Like,
Mm.
I don't keep a close enough eye to know what them men are saying every day. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very,
I
very.
think
peak.
I think it's harder. I think it's harder for UK artists. I think the circles are a lot closer than they are in America. I think it's easy for artists to just kind of pull away from R. Kelly than it is for maybe for UK artists to speak out on someone that I guess would consider themselves a friend as well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't see it in our culture as much. That's probably, even in America, a lot of people ain't really cut off R. Kelly or come out to say that they've cut off R. Kelly.
I mean,
Nah,
like,
there's
they-
more now
Of
than there
course,
used to
yeah.
be.
Yeah, but
Like-
they're all just kind of protecting their interests, man.
Of course,
Talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
the
for
artists
sure.
that actually, like, rolled with him, like, and rolled for him.
But I actually don't know many that, like, literally.
People that are saying they're cutting
rolled
off
with
for,
him.
like, Celine Dion. And,
Yeah, Celine Dion, Lady
But that,
Gaga.
and that's only because the
Yeah,
documentary
right,
came
yeah.
out.
Yeah, it's
If that
true.
documentary didn't come out, they wouldn't have said anything.
But I've never seen, like, I don't think R. Kelly rolls in circles that are musical.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen him with music heads.
Yeah.
If you know what I
Yeah.
mean. To be honest, I never really see my man
Yeah.
Like, just
Obviously, 'cause
like out and about, like, because you know some people get paparazzi and all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
he's
You
quite-
don't really see R. Kelly getting packed like that, so I don't know who he rolls with, but
he's out here trapping, innit?
The only time I see him is like doing gigs in like mad countries.
So like, but yeah, that's another example.
MJ.
MJ, that's,
King of pop.
Apparently,
that's my guy.
There is a
Yeah, there's a
pretty
new one.
damning documentary
Coming on Channel
coming
4.
out.
Is it coming on Channel 4?
Yeah, it's
Channel
coming on Channel 4.
man.
Yeah,
Prime
for
time.
me, if there's no hardcore evidence, that's it. I'm not chasing it. Like, unless you're bringing hardcore evidence,
You need those facts.
yeah, man, you need facts, man.
In cases like this, though, it's very, very mad, isn't it? Because these are kids. They probably didn't know what was going on at the time, and now in hindsight, apparently one of the guys in the film said like, yeah, with hindsight, he used to come into my bed and touch me, and at the time, I didn't see anything wrong with it. Like, we'd just be cuddling. But now looking back on it, it's problematic, and that's just his word. Like, the man is dead, so like at the end of the day, you can't really say, yeah, man, what you got to say?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that it's because there were people who did accuse him and did come out and say that they did accuse him for the money. And there were stories about the FBI tracking him for like 10 years and not finding anything. So it's a tough one, man. Unless, like, for me, unless there's like hardcore evidence, like for what they're saying, it will be hard to kind of like just sort of cut off someone that can't defend themselves.
Yeah, it's hard.
Well, the whole life assassin thing, he actually went to court when he was alive.
Yeah.
And he was found innocent of all the charges.
But that used to be my defence, innit? That used to
That's
be
probably
my
my defence, to be
hard
fair.
defence. But that happened with R. Kelly. Like, R. Kelly went to court and got found not
he's still,
guilty.
Yeah, but he got found not guilty because the family didn't back the daughter. Do you know what I mean?
He finally went back the door, and even on like multiple
Is that why
claims
he was-
before.
like they took him to court. The whole thing went over for like 6 years or so. So, but when it actually did go to court, the mother and father didn't testify, and then the girl said it wasn't her. So, what are you gonna do? There's no,
And then
there's
he
no
said
victim.
it wasn't
There's
him.
not, yeah.
Because his face went in it.
Yeah.
But even with like previous cases, like it came out that he paid off multiple
Parents,
young
innit?
women and parents. So people like to draw a likeness between that and MJ because there was out of court settlements, like there was payment, almost like hush money, almost like the Ronaldo thing. Like he paid that woman to stay quiet about the rape, and then she broke her NDA and said that she was going to tell all. I actually don't know about progress with that at all.
It's gone a bit quiet.
Yeah.
But if,
No, but I
if
think he's preparing for a case.
So
Yeah.
we should, because
That's gonna come
That's
hard.
it'll
That's
be
gonna come
completely
hard.
done out here.
Yeah.
But and then you can move kind of like to Chris Brown. for
But when it
boxing
comes to
Rihanna.
that, sorry, going back to what you were saying about hush money, is it more to do with these guys paying off these victims, so they say, or just trying to keep their careers intact?
like
Well,
almost
it
like
could be-
reputation protection.
yeah, like if my thinking is if you're paying someone money to keep quiet, then you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
But at
Or-
the same time, you're
yeah.
trying to,
You could-
you're a business, you're trying to sell yourself.
Yeah.
So you need to-
That throws off everything.
Yeah.
Like you yourself, you're like Ronaldo. He's an icon, innit? So to be labelled a rapist, it's finished. Like you're getting dropped by everything.
Yeah.
It flips everything. So paying off like 100 bags for someone to keep quiet, I can kind of see why someone would do it.
But just going back to your point here, like, so if a high status, like, known person was to sell out of court, it would make him look bad. But then wouldn't also the victim look bad for settling out of court too? For trying to find a payout and not trying to...
You see, then you end
know
up
what I mean?
very
So it's
murky
like-
water about victim
Yeah.
shaming. Like that question is almost one of those questions that people don't like to ask because you will be like labelled like a victim shamer. Like, how dare you?
No,
You
but
know,
I'm
maybe
saying
she
the
didn't wanna
opposite.
go
I'm
through.
saying see the court case out and make sure that it there's a verdict and don't settle. You know,
Yeah.
It is
because then
very
if you
hard.
do settle, he gets away with it. He could do it against someone else.
Yeah, that's dangerous,
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
And in R. Kelly's case,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
happened allegedly. Allegedly, you got to say
Allegedly,
allegedly.
yeah. Protect the brand.
It's episode 1, man.
Protect the brand.
Nah, man. R. Kelly is, for me, he's done out.
He's
Oh,
finished.
fully
He's finished.
done that.
So hold on, wait. All right, back to the original question.
Okay.
Does that mean you won't listen to his music?
Yeah.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'll be honest. I can listen to songs like "Wonderful" because they don't make you think of certain
What, I
things
Believe I
that
Can Fly?
I can listen to "I Believe I Can Fly." I won't lie to you. If it came on, I'm not going to be like, oh, like such. I can.
Okay,
I
you're saying you
to
can't
it.
listen
I
to his
can
sexual,
listen-
the sexual
Yeah.
But the
songs.
sexual songs, I cannot do it, bro.
And
I cannot do
that's
it.
a very good point because, like, obviously, I don't know if you man watched the documentary,
I did, yeah.
but he wrote that song for Michael Jackson, "You're Not Alone."
Yeah, that is.
And
Yeah.
apparently he wrote that for him at the time that one of his girlfriends, I think he was underage at the time, had just had a miscarriage. So he was almost writing it to like comfort her, and then he gave it to
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And it's those kind of things that make you think, raw, in any of the songs which sound relatively like okay, have no sexual connotations, there's a very dark, twisted past behind it. And you have to ask them questions. Like, and even in his like nice songs, whatever, like remix to Ignition and all of that, there's lines in there where you're just a bit like,
Nice songs remix to Ignition.
I
Come
got
on,
fresh out
man.
their kitchen. Am I rolling that body?
Well, I,
You gotta think.
this is the thing about me, yeah.
That's not even a nice song.
I will admit, innit? I will admit, after I watched that documentary, I put on a few R. Kelly tunes.
No, straight.
Nah, do you know what I think?
Not straight,
I feel
not
like-
straight
I feel like you
after,
have to
but like
say
the next
goodbye.
day. The
You have
next
to say
day.
goodbye.
Yeah, because I was like, I felt like it was gonna go away.
You gotta get it out your system.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Like,
And
to
it was
be
like,
honest,
yeah, Ignition
Nah,
was on
I
repeat for a
can't- I
while.
think- I
Can't
think-
lie.